If you're running a team and you're the owner of the team and you're looking at this thing and you've already fired the general manager and Mike McDaniel comes up after this game they just played and the loss they just had and you have the conversation, well, I don't know if he can get it done. Well, show me what you can do without him, because you're the offensive guru. You came in and you helped Tua. You turned it around. Maybe you've hit the ceiling with Tua. But I need to see what other coaches in the NFL are having to go through. Let me see you do like a Shanahan, where you do lose your starting quarterback and you can still. Now, I'm not saying you have to go win every game. I just want to see what the offense looks like without Tua. If you're saying he's the one that's hindering the success of the offense and what could be down in Miami, then I want to see it. And so I like the fact that you're going to move on. You got 3-game stretch with the Dolphins. They've been running the ball extremely well. Mike McDaniel is very creative in the run game. He's going to find ways to do that to take pressure off of Ewers. But let me see what your offense looks like with a new guy, because you're going to have a new guy. If you don't like him now, you're not going to like him next year. You got $100 million in Tua. So you're going to either have to go pay one or draft one, or you have one on the base. You got to figure this thing out. And if you're Stephen Ross, you want to figure it out in a hurry.
Well, shame on me for buying the idea that the Dolphins would finally play well in the cold weather by playing in the snow on Saturday, because I took Saturday's advice and bet Miami against Pittsburgh.
No chance.
Which didn't work out.
No chance.
How much do they owe Tua?
$99 million.
I mean, so what do they? I mean,
99.
99 million, Stevie. So they're stuck with him anyway. But you can't blame him. Tua was terrible on Monday.
Right.
He can't throw the ball. He's got no arm strength. He can't run. He's afraid to get hit. I mean, he was terrible. So you try somebody else. I mean, listen, what's it going to prove? They play Cincinnati, Tampa, and the Patriots. If Ewers goes in there and plays great, upsets Tampa, somehow knocks the Patriots into the 4 seed, all right, maybe there's something there. But I don't know at the end of the day what this means when you're paying the quarterback all that money that you still owe him in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
As you can see up there right now, Tua Tagovailoa leads the league in interceptions with 15. This offense has been in the bottom 2 since week 10 in terms of passing yards. Go ahead, Stephen A., your reaction.
You owe him $99 million, essentially $54 million guaranteed for next season's $99 million dead cap hit, or between 2026 and 2027. You're stuck with him, or one way or another, whether directly or indirectly. He's definitely inhibiting your ability to succeed, and he's leading the league with 15 interceptions. But I think Doggy hit the nail right on the head. He had 65 yards passing through the first 3 quarters of Monday night's game against Pittsburgh. He's miniature. He's scared to get hit, and we can't knock him. Look at what he's been through. Look at the concussions. I mean, when they carted him off that field in Cincinnati years ago, it looked like rigor mortis kicked in once he got hit. I mean, it was scary as hell, right? And you can't tell me that a guy like that can play under normal circumstances. Matter of fact, Jeff Saturday, I remember when all of us were on the air, and we were discussing whether or not he should retire. And the only reason people said it's not going to happen is because that's generational money that he was getting his hands on, because the Miami Dolphins had already committed to him. And because of that, he had to play to make sure that he got paid. That was the only reason that anybody understood that he was still playing football after you saw his response to the punishment that was inflicted upon him. So I look at it from this standpoint. Mike McDaniel, life is a lot different without Tyreek Hill, huh? Without that brother on the field to throw the football to, who obviously got hurt, pretty much out for the year many weeks ago. I mean, without Tyreek Hill, that's a different animal. But when you have a quarterback that can't win in inclement weather, and by inclement weather, we're not talking about a fog bowl. We're not talking about 10 degrees or -5 or something like that. 40 degrees or less.
Nice.
They're winless in their last 14 games.
Yeah.
This is an NFL team we're talking about here.
Yeah.
We got college kids that go out there and perform better in inclement weather than Tua Tagovailoa does. So when you recognize that as a reality, of course you need to inspect whether looking beyond him is the right way to go. And I know Mike McDaniels, they've won some games as of late before they lost on Monday night, but he has everything to do with it. And I'm not going to forget to bring up Brian Flores. Brian Flores, Jeff Saturday, you remember this, the man wanted Justin Herbert. You drafted Tua Tagovailoa. You had the 5th pick, San Diego, the Chargers rather, had the 6th pick.
Yep.
They wanted Justin Herbert.
Took the wrong one.
Ownership with Stephen Ross and those guys made him take Tua for Tagovailoa. And that was one of the big beefs, because Brian Flores knew football, and he knows that the bigger you are, the more you're going to be able to absorb in all likelihood, and the longer tenure of a career you'll likely end up having. Tua can throw that football, make no mistake about it. Can't throw it as deep anymore, but he could throw the football. The problem is that he's too fragile to be an NFL quarterback. He has proven that, and it has impeded Miami's ability to succeed. They're making the right decision.
I agree with the decision. I'm fine with it. This, to me, is a dress rehearsal for Mike McDaniel. I'm just saying,
Yes.
when you look at him, this is like Sean Payton. Like what Sean Payton has done in Denver with Russell Wilson's contract looming over them and what he's done with Bo Nix, and now they're the number one team. If you're the ownership of the Dolphins, that's what McDaniels has to do. And Mike McDaniel has to make that same. He has to do what Sean Payton did, because you're going to have to do it around $99 million now. Okay, so it's a big ask.
Well, I would say this to you real quick, Shay. Let me chime in. Jeff Saturday, I get where you're coming from, but I think that comparison to Sean Payton is a bit much to ask. You're probably right in terms of what Mike McDaniels has to do, but let's understand what Sean Payton did. Remember, Russell Wilson is in Denver at the time.
Right.
And it wasn't just about his performance and the way they were losing. It was a compromising of culture that took place in Denver. He walked in there. He was separate and apart from the team. It was perceived with Nathaniel Hackett at the helm that the quarterback was running the show, not him, not the coach, and stuff like that. And Sean Payton came in there, an introductory press conference. That ends today. That's over. So he completely took over leadership and made it clear, this is my team, this is how we're going to do things, this is the way we're going to go. That's what Mike McDaniels needs to do. Too many people talk about Mike McDaniels like he's supposed to be some genius play caller and the work stops there. You're the damn head coach. And when I was critical of him, Shay, Doggy, Jeff Saturday, it wasn't because I'm questioning his football acumen or his ability to call plays. I know that for the most part, that's on the part of the players when they don't execute properly. My issue with him was, is he a leader of men? Can he change the culture? Can he make sure to understand that accountability is going to be priority number one? That you're going to be accountable for doing your damn job and make sure you take command of that culture, especially in South Beach, because there's distractions down there. Trust me, there's distractions. And he has not shown he can do that the way Sean Payton has shown he has done that in Denver.
We thought a few years ago they signed Tua to that big contract. They had Mike McDaniel. Okay, you got your head coach and your player now in place. This is a team in the Miami Dolphins that has not won a playoff game since 2000. That is the longest streak right now in the NFL. Coming up here on First Take, are the Eagles' struggles behind them?